Introduction. The cilantro controversy. Cilantro is a polarizing herb. Some people love its fresh, citrusy flavor, while others can't stand it. The science behind this dislike lies in genetic differences that influence taste perception. Understanding these differences can shed light on why cilantro tastes different to different people. Genetics and taste perception. A major factor in cilantro aversion is a gene called OR682, which is involved in detecting aldehyde chemicals. Cilantro contains E2-dodecynyl and E2-dodecanol, aldehydes that give it a distinct, soapy taste for those sensitive to them. This genetic variation leads to a heightened sensitivity to the flavor, causing some people to find cilantro unpleasant. The role of evolution in cilantro preferences. The genetic trait that causes cilantro to taste soapy to some may have evolved as a protective mechanism. Early humans who were sensitive to certain chemicals might have avoided plants that could be toxic. Cilantro's strong flavor could be a sign of its ability to deter pests, which may have led to its classification as potentially harmful by some individuals. Cilantro and cultural influence. While genetics play a significant role, cultural background and exposure also influence cilantro preferences. In cultures where cilantro is a staple, people are more likely to enjoy it. In regions where it's less common, aversions to the herb are more pronounced. Over time, people may become accustomed to the taste, reducing the soapy sensation. The impact of aroma on flavor. In addition to genetic differences in taste receptors, aroma plays a significant role in how we perceive food. Cilantro's distinctive scent can contribute to the perception of its taste. People who dislike cilantro often find its smell off-putting, which impacts their overall experience of the herb. Cilantro and brain chemistry. The way our brains process flavor is complex. For cilantro haters, the soapy taste can trigger a strong negative response. The brain's reward system, which typically associates flavors with pleasure, reacts differently when the cilantro flavor is perceived as unpleasant, creating a more pronounced aversion. Adapting to cilantro over time. Interestingly, some people's tastes can change over time. Exposure to cilantro can lessen the intensity of the soapy flavor for some individuals. As with many foods, repeated exposure may help acclimate the taste buds and reduce the negative associations, making cilantro more tolerable. Cilantro and the microbiome. Recent studies suggest that our gut microbiome might also influence food preferences. The diversity of bacteria in our digestive system may affect how we perceive flavors. It's possible that individuals with certain microbiomes may be more likely to find cilantro unappealing, though more research is needed to fully understand this connection. The influence of cooking on cilantro's flavor. The way cilantro is prepared and consumed can impact how its flavor is perceived. Fresh cilantro has a stronger, more distinct taste, while cooked cilantro often loses its sharpness. For those who dislike cilantro, cooking it into dishes might reduce its soapy flavor, making it more palatable. Conclusion. A complex flavor experience. The dislike of cilantro is a combination of genetic, cultural, and sensory factors. While some people's aversion to the herb can be traced back to genetic sensitivity to aldehydes, others may be influenced by exposure or cultural background. Despite the controversy, cilantro remains a beloved herb in many cuisines, highlighting the diversity of human taste preferences.